So.
Okay, a few weeks ago, in fact it would have been about 2 months ago now, I promised you a special guest on my Q&A and that they would answer all the questions, and she is here. It is Amy. Say hello.
Hello.
Right, what she's going to do is she's going to run through all the questions you've posted on my moderator on my channel and answer them to the best of her abilities, because she's not a wrestling fan. She's giving an outsider's point of view. She's giving whatever she knows, basically. A lot of these questions she can't answer, so I'll run through them quickly. So here we go. Questions on the first sheet. Right, do you think the internet has gone a long way to spoil the predictability of wrestling with all the spoilers floating around? Or do you think the internet has helped the business, or both? Great vids, mate. That last part's for me, by the way.
Not for me. I think that it spoils it because it tells people what's going to happen before it happens. I think that's going to be that interesting then. Like, if I knew exactly what was going to happen on a TV program, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah. So the main problem with spoilers is that they tell you can know who's coming back, for example, before it happens, or you can know certain persons leaving the company, so that you know if they're in a big match that they're gonna lose that match, because obviously they're not gonna win on the way out if it's a big match. So yeah, and another problem is with television ratings and pay-per-view buys, it's if you don't know what's gonna happen on the pay-per-view, you're more inclined to buy it, and that's another part of the reason why it's more inclined. The spoilers, that's why they call them spoilers, because it spoils the pay-per-view for you. It spoils your enjoyment. And if you know what's going to happen, you're more likely to not buy it, if you know what I mean, than before. And also, but on the flip side of TV, if you know, for example, The Rock's coming back, then you're going to watch, and it's a bonus. But overall, pay-per-view is the wrestling, the wrestling industry is built around. So that's what they need. Right. Who do you think killed WCW by Ken the Gamer?
Me.
She killed the WCW. Right. By Mr. Wrestling Era, if you were to go back in time and go to a show, what would it be?
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. 5. It was a wrestling show, apparently. Right, here we go. This is another one you can answer. ICTOA1. If you were a wrestler, what would your gimmick be?
My gimmick?
Yeah, your gimmick as in your character. Go on.
I'd have a robot dog that when anyone tried to wrestle me, I'd click a button on this remote control and the dog would eat them or bite their face off or something, and then I'd just sit there laughing in the corner
Well, it's not a sci-fi movie. You can't really just create a robot dog. I don't think we've got the technology.
I'd have a real dog then, a Rottweiler, that'd just send it off. It'd be good.
Okay, who do you think will eventually become the biggest star, Riley or Miz, by SNI in England?
Miz. Yeah, Miz. I love Miz.
Who is the worst diva in the WWE? By Pelling25. You've not really seen the divas, have you? You can't answer that one. Okay, next page. What would you do with Skip Sheffield and Mason Ryan when they both returned? By WWE Uploaded 2002 from Bradford, England.
How would you book them?
Yeah, what would you do with them? What?
Skip Sheffield and Mason Ryan.
Skip Sheffield is a big... well, both of these are meatheads, but he's a big bald meathead from, the south of America.
I could have, a love story where they get together and they get married and they have a big wrestling wedding in the middle of the ring, and the reader of the thing is the guy in the suit. And
Vince
then
McMahon.
someone comes up and, one of the bad guys runs up, I object, and they have this big, wedding thing. It'd be great.
See... Now, she thinks she's being sarcastic and this kind of stuff's never happened before, but it actually has.
Has it?
Yeah, it actually has. It's the Billy and Chuck wedding. I'll actually show you it on YouTube after
Between
this.
two guys?
Yeah, Billy and Chuck.
Oh, I don't know. Billy can be a girl's name.
There we go. Do you think there's chances of WWE holding a legit pay-per-view over in Europe? Cactus Clothesline.
Yeah. Yeah, good chances.
See, the problem is with that is something you obviously you wouldn't know, is that the main problem with pay-per-view is that they have to show it live so an American audience can watch it live. But if it's in Europe, the time difference will mean that it'll either have to be aired on a time delay and people can read the spoilers, or it would have to happen over here at 1 AM, and by the time it's finished it's 3, 4 AM, and obviously there's nowhere to travel back from your home if you don't have a car or something. So it's really difficult to do that. So that's the problem with that. Here's another one you can answer. Butterfinger Braven wants to know, do you believe that Justin Bieber is gay? Because I think he is.
Well, I know you're a big Justin Bieber fan. But,
I'm really not.
but, no, I don't think he's gay.
Okay, what do you think of the upcoming TNA Destination X pay-per-view? You have no idea. What's your favourite pay-per-view in wrestling history? You don't know. Now that tough, there we go, you can answer this one from Total Non-Stop Attitude. Now that Tough Enough is over, we have our winner, Andy. What do you see WWE doing with him?
I think that Andy. What will Andy do? He wasn't very interesting.
Okay, like one of the, like, okay, these are like sort of your options.
Okay.
Would you make him like the focal part of the company and have him like going for the world title, or would you have him like as a lesser part of the company and like doing like little matches like every now and then and like winning,
Yeah.
or would you have him losing against
I'd
people
have
to
him-
make them look better, or would you have him winning?
I think I'd have him winning little matches instead of like going for the big thing, and like everyone's like picking on him at first and being like, "Oh, you're not a proper wrestler because you just won a competition," sort of thing. And then I think that he should like get better and better, and then suddenly like after a while, get to the proper big things. 'Cause
Yeah.
that'd be more interesting.
There you go. This is from Carl 079712. Who is your favourite superstar and who is your worst? Okay, I'll swap it from superstar to Tough Enough contestant because we watched Tough Enough together. We watched every episode. So, who's your favourite from Tough Enough? If you can remember. Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, who's the worst?
The guy that came second, the really horrible
Luke.
one. Luke, yeah.
Yeah.
I really didn't like Luke. He was horrible.
Right. Any superstar that can't answer that. Can't answer that. I can't answer that. Okay. What is your opinion on Zack Ryder? Do you think he deserves a push / some time on Raw? Now, like, this is who Zack Ryder is. Zack Ryder is a wrestler who, like, he's not a very good talented wrestler, but he's like launched like an aggressive marketing campaign online where he's been doing YouTube videos and he's been promoting himself on Twitter. And what he's done is like he's gained like a massive following over YouTube. And it's not that big. It's like probably like 200,000 views per episode, but it's quite a lot, 200,000.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a wrestling audience, it's like a small amount. It's not a small figure. So do you think, based on what he's done for himself and like the following that he's now got, do you think he should be put on Raw, which is the main television show of the WWE, or do you think the fact that because he's not that good, he should be left off television?
Well, if he's got so many people watching him, then obviously he's something. So I think he should be put on
Yeah.
it.
Well, like, another part of the problem is that like what a lot of people don't realise is that Zack Ryder's popular, but from the WWE point of view, they just want to sell his merchandise. They're not really going to make much money by just putting him on TV. And the fact that he's like created such a buzz for himself online, he's getting a lot of people to buy his T-shirts already. And just because he's going to be on WWE television more, I don't think it's going to make that many more people buy his stuff. So it doesn't really make that much. It wouldn't be that much more of a bonus to WWE.
Yeah, but how happy would that make him?
What?
He'd be so happy, that Zack Ryder person. I think you should do it just to make him happy.
Oh, like, he is a wrestler. He is signed to WWE already, so it's not like he's
Oh.
just a total randomer who's just started.
Yeah, but
Doing
it
it.
would still make him happy.
Okay. Right, what do you think of TNA's decision to use Jeff Hardy's drug problems and his time in rehab as a storyline? This is from Hardcore QWERTY A7 The Kiss.
Is that something that's actually happened then? He has
Right.
had drug problems.
What has happened is well, they've not really used it as a storyline, but what has happened is on a live show in the main event, this is the main match, this is what people have paid like $50 to see. He turned up absolutely pissed, so the match only lasted like a minute. So like, do you think they should use that in a storyline, or do you think they should like wash their hands of him and like throw him away and say, listen, you've fucked up here?
I think the first time it happens, they might be able to incorporate it because they could maybe get a decent story out of it. Second time it happens, they should probably get rid of him.
Fair enough. Right, okay, you can answer this one. This is from Sinestro CW. If you're the CEO for the WWE for 1 week, what would you do? Would you push anyone from the mid-card to the main event? Who would you give a push to? Would you bring the lightweight division back to WWE? What would you do with the tag team division? So let's just concentrate on the first question. If you were CEO for the WWE for 1 week, what would you do if you were the boss of WWE? What would you do? What would you say? Listen, right, we're going to do this one thing with the show from now on, or with the company. This is what we're going to do.
I would put them all on a desert island
Right?
and then have them like have to survive. Have you ever watched Shipwrecked? Like that?
I've not.
And,
They might have.
They might have. And basically they go on an island and they have to like wrestle for like food and stuff. And then the ones that lose like get sent off the island, and then there'll only be a couple left, and they have to do this big wrestling thing in order to survive. And then you get a raft and have to like raft across the sea. It'd be really fun.
Okay, at this point, I should have mentioned to her beforehand that wrestling isn't real. And
No,
that,
I know, but they can play along with it.
Okay. Cactus Clothesline wants to know, what is your biggest mark-out moment you've had when watching wrestling?
Mark out.
Yeah, excitable. To mark out is to sort of like, I can't really explain it. It's sort of like getting really excited for like when it happens. Like you start cheering, you start getting drawn into it. Like it's something like, what was one thing you've ever seen in wrestling and like really got into and like really excelled in your try for it? Like yeah, get in. That was really good.
I like the bread wrestling one.
Yeah.
The one where they had to eat all the bread.
What she's talking about is a bread eating death match from, I can't remember which company it was. It was some Japanese wrestling company. And I watched that match with her, and that was like 6 months ago now, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, that was her favourite, biggest mark out moment. Thoughts on Triple H and for the hell of it, Stephanie, and this is from Whether They May Roam Zero, right? This is the backstory. Stephanie McMahon is the daughter of the boss of the WWE. This is legitimate. Triple H is one of the company's top stars and has been one of the company's top stars for over a decade now. And he's married the boss's daughter. So what do you think of that? What do you think? Right, and bearing in mind that this is like a business where everything depends on how high up the card you are and how much you're selling. And all that depends on how well they write for you. And she, the boss's daughter, is now married to one of the guys.
Did they get married in real life or in fake wrestling life?
Both. They got married in both.
Oh.
So the real life marriage.
I don't think they're really married. I think they're
No, they
like
actually are really married. They got kids and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they got married properly.
No, they did.
I don't believe it.
That's not what's.
It doesn't sound
that's
like...
That's not what's under question
It
at the
doesn't
moment.
sound like they got married for the right reasons. I just like them.
Okay, she dislikes them because she doesn't think they got married for the right reasons.
Don't ask that one.
Don't ask that one.
You can if you want, but I don't want to know, really. And if they ask me that, I'll be like, I don't know.
Okay, the Reggie Tiller wants to know, when was the last time you fucked a woman while you watched WWE/WWF?
Never.
Have you ever done that?
I've never done that. I'm very sorry.
Fucked a woman while
watching WWE? No, unfortunately not.
Okay. There's another one from ICTOA1. What did you think of Zack Ryder on his YouTube show? We've sort of covered that one already.
Yeah.
Kiwi Rockstar 1 wants to know, what's the most badass thing you've ever done?
I was, what have I done? When I was younger, I used to get pick and mix sweets, and do you know, you weigh them and then you get the sticker and you put it on and that's how much they cost. We used to like get the sticker and then put more sweets in and then stick the sticker on.
That's pretty badass, to be fair.
Very badass. I'm a very badass person.
Are you a part of the straight edge society?
I am straight
E.g.,
edge.
do you take drugs and do you drink alcohol?
I drink.
I'm Mr. Wrestling.
Yeah. I'm straight edge. Rap.
She's not straight edge. Thoughts on Mick Foley? You don't know who that is. There's loads of questions, isn't there? What are you laughing at?
Would you ever make the effort to attend WrestleMania?
There you go. Would you ever make the effort to attend WrestleMania?
No.
No?
Unless you want to go.
Unless I want to go. Well, if you're paying, then...
No, not me paying. You'll have to pay for it.
Okay.
I'd go with you if you wanted to go, though.
There you go. Are you a fan of mixed martial arts? If yes, will you be doing videos? If you're not a fan, why not? By Super... McLeanse 7?
Supreme Clientele.
Supreme Clientele 7, I think is what it is.
Don't know why we can't
Supreme
tell that.
Yeah, I know. Right, so, are you a fan of mixed martial arts, which is cage fighting?
I'm a cage fighter. No. Would you be doing videos? Does he mean will you be doing videos
Yeah.
of you cage fighting
No,
or
no.
on cage fighting?
Of me talking about it.
Oh no.
So you're a fan of it?
No,
Why not?
because I've never watched it.
Oh,
So
but
obviously it isn't that entertaining.
Why have you never tried watching it?
Because it's people fighting in cages.
Fair enough.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Oh, it's a very nice one. Casper's Nose wants to know, are you gay?
Me?
Are you gay?
No.
Am I gay?
No, I hope
Oh,
not.
I hope not as well. This is from Brody9909 in King Kong. WWE is gay for faggot little 7-year-olds.
Nice.
Nice, there we go, there we have it. There's a Q&A. Now, keep sending your questions in and I will answer your questions for my next Q&A. Maybe we'll do another one of these if a lot of people enjoy it. I don't think they will somehow. She doesn't really know a lot about wrestling. I just thought it'd be something stupid and something funny to do. Oops. My sort of top's getting in the way there. So, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down below. Do you want to see another Q&A with Amy? I don't think she wants to do another Q&A. No, she's answered all the questions anyway. But, yeah, I think that's it. So, thanks for watching. Comment below. Send me your questions. I'm a moderator on my channel. And with that, I'm out. Thank you very much for watching. And click that subscribe button up there for more of me. And for more of Amy every so often. You get a video every so often of me and Amy like that on screen. Because I like how much of an idiot she is when it comes to wrestling. And I like to display that idiocy. Idiocy? Is that the right word? As an English student,
It's not
you should
the
know.
right word, but I'll just let you have it.
Oh, okay. See you later.